Hi everybody, this is Flavia. I'm the Chief Scientist at Seneca, and I'm recording this video to show you a little bit about our platform, our resources, and the main features that we have to offer to you and your students. This video, I think it's good for people who are starting Seneca right now and need to know the first steps and how to get started, but also for teachers who have used Seneca in the past and just looking for a recap on some of our main features and main resources that we offer right now. So I'm going to start from the very beginning, but let you know a little bit of everything. So the very first step, obviously, is to sign up. You can sign up for free, and you have several options. So you can sign up with your email, any email we do, or if you work in a school that has access to Microsoft Teams or Google Classroom, you can use one of those. So you have single sign-on option where you don't have to type your own email, type your own password. You can basically connect your Seneca account with your school account, which is what we recommend. So if you do have one of those two, do use them because it makes it easier for you to access Seneca. And the same thing with your students. When your students are accessing Seneca for the first time and need to sign up, do tell them to use one of those two if your school has it, because it just makes it a lot easier for them to then log in again the next time. But I'm just going to go through the whole thing. So I'm going to sign up with the individual email that I'm going to make up. Sign up. We have Seneca for students, for teachers, and for parents. So in the very end, I can show you a little bit about the parent platform as well. But if you're a student, you click here. If you're a teacher, you click here, obviously. So I'm a teacher. It's going to ask you for your school name. I'm just going to go for any of them. Flavia, and I'm going to say I am a classroom teacher. Finish sign up. And that's it. You're now on Seneca. So you basically just have to set up your account before you're able to use it with your students for free. The first thing that you do is to select what you are interested on. So Seneca offers a lot of resources and content. So we have content for GCSE, A-level, Key Stage 3, primary. We also have IB diploma and BTech. We have different subjects, most subjects, honestly. And we also have different exam boards. So all of our content is created by senior examiners and senior teachers based on the exam specification. So we have AQA and Excel and some of the international ones as well. And we have different types of courses as well. And for some of them, we also have higher and foundation. So let's say that I am a history GCSE teacher. So I'm gonna click on GCSE and I'm gonna choose my subject, which is history. And I'm gonna select what matters to me. So let's say that I teach this, this, and this. So add courses. And that's your first class. If you want to rename the class, because obviously it's just called Flavia's class because we don't know what class you teach, you can go here on settings and you just change it. So let's say year 11A. Save. And then you have your year 11A class. And then after that, you can create new classes. So if you teach more than one, you can go here on classes, go for new classes here on the plus sign. And let's just go with year 11B. Don't need a survey right now. Create class and then do the same thing. So which courses do you teach to year 11B? And then let's say that for year 11B, I teach actually something else. I teach biology, let's just say. So add courses. There you go. So I have my two classes now. And the next thing that I want to do is to set an assignment to my students. You don't need to add your students manually to Seneca. You can basically share the link or the code to the assignment, and then students will be automatically inserted into your class when they click on the link and sign up. So let's say that I want to set an assignment here to my year 11A. I'm going to go on Explore and Assign. We'll ask you which one you want if you added more than one course. So let's go for this one. And it's going to open the different options that we have. So each of those is a different assignment that you can set to your students. You can preview them. So if you click on preview, you can see a little bit. I'm going to show you in a moment how our methodology works. But basically, you have a preview. You can even interact with the preview, so you can answer and see what happens. And basically, you go on the X, done. You select which ones that you want to set to your students. It will show you here an average. Obviously, it depends student to student, but an average of how long it's going to take students to complete them. You click on Assign, and then you just fill out this form. So what's the name of my, for history 22? Start date, due date. So this is actually good because you can even pre-plan assignments. So you can say this one for the 17th, starting today, but then I'm already going to leave one prepared for next week. So you can do them so that you don't have to do it all the time. You just do it once for your whole term. Create. And then you get this link, which is how you share your assignment with your students. You can send a link directly via email. You can send it directly via Teams if your school uses Teams. And you can send it directly via Google Classroom if your school uses Google Classroom. Or you can copy and paste anywhere you want. It will work. It doesn't matter. As long as students receive that link and click on the link, it's going to work. So I'm just going to demo the Google Classroom. But remember, it's the same thing. So if I click on Google Classroom here, it will open directly my account. And then I just click on the class that I want to share that to. It will fill out all of those. I can change here if I want to, and then assign. And that's it. That's done. Your students already received that link. Okay, so pretty easy, pretty straightforward. Done. And now to see the assignment, to see all the assignments that you have, you can click here on assignments, and you see the assignment. If you click on it, this is where your students' data are gonna pop up. So you'll be able to see in red, amber, and green how they are doing. You will be able to see their best grade, worst grade, score, best score, worst score, average score, how long it took them to complete those topics, how many trials they had. Everything is stored for you to make sure that you know exactly how each of your students is progressing in their assignment. Another cool thing that we have here that many teachers don't know about is that when you go on past assignments, so something that has already happened, you have the option to reassign that in a smart way. So we call it smart reassignment. And what it does is that you can set the assignment again, but based on a specific criteria. So you can set the assignment again only for students who got less than 50% correct on those topics. So you can do that. So it's another way that Seneca helps you to differentiate between students and helps to optimize their learning. That's a really cool thing as well. Another thing that we have on this here is the insights. So if you go on assignments here, you're going to see their scores per assignment. Fair enough. But if you go on insights, you have a bit of a wider view. So you're going to see what they have per subject. So you're going to see everything that they have done within history, GCSE, first word, for example, or A-level biology AQA. So you have one layer up of those assignments, and you can see everything that your student has done within the course. And another layer that we have is progress, which is on top here. And here you can generate reports for more than one class. So you can see everything that both your classes, in this case, have done on Seneca on the time period that you select here. So it's a really good thing that we offer because you can go from really specific, seeing assignment per assignment, or a little bit bigger with the course, or a little bit bigger with all the classes at the same time. All right. Another thing that we have, just to finish the teacher side, is that you can archive classes. So that's a very new feature. But basically, when you start a new year group, new year, academic year, which is what you're doing now, you sometimes don't want to have those old classes here because it's just too much for you to see if you have like 10 classes, but you don't want to delete that either because you want to keep their data. So what you can do, you can click on one of them and archive, confirm, and then now it's gone, but not really because you can still access it on archived classes. So that's a really good option. You can still exclude it and delete it if you really don't want it, but it's a safest way for you to keep that information without just getting too much in your face. and making it harder for you to find the current classes. You can always unarchive it and make it into an active class again. All right, so the next thing that I want to show you is a little bit about the student side of Seneca. So on the student side, what we have here is 3 different menus. So home is the main thing. So here students get to see recent courses. We have the memory palace, which is a way of gamification. So the more they study, the more stickers, the more memories they unblock, until they get all the way to 619, which is pretty rare, but it has happened before. We also have leaderboards. So students can pick a name. Let's go for this one. And then they can compete with other students around the country, around the world even, to see who's doing better. And it's just another way to motivate them, to keep them engaged and keep them having fun while they are learning. Here on courses, students have access to everything that we have to offer. So they have the autonomy to just study whatever they want, whenever they want it. So basically just go on any of them here, click, and start learning. And the other thing that we have, the third option, is classes and assignments, and that's where they can interact with you a little bit more, because this is where they will see the classes that they have joined and the assignments that you have set them to complete. Okay, so if I go back to my teacher platform and set myself an assignment, just as an example, so I'm going to go on assignments, and it's the wrong year group, so I'm just going to send a new one. Biology. Do this biology. Cell division, I'm gonna choose this one. Cell, create, and I'm gonna click on that link just to show you what happens. So when student clicks on that link, they will be first asked to sign up to Seneca if they haven't already. If they already have, then they don't have to anymore. They're gonna go straight to that page, receive a message saying you've joined that class, great, and they can already see the assignment that they have to complete. So all they have to do is click on start assignment, and they will be on what we call the classroom. So this is where all the content is. Make it a bit nice big. So what we have here, this option here is where they have everything. So in this case, biology, QA, CSE foundation, everything. Again, they can click on anything and study anything at any time, which is really good. Also for revision, when they're close to the exams, they can just recap everything. And here's where they see the assignments that you set them. So let's do one of my assignments. So how does Seneca work? We are entirely based on evidence, on neuroscience, on scientific proof and validation and how the brain works. So everything that we do here is based on those principles, on effective learning strategies, mainly retrieval practice, spacing, interleaving, and dual coding. I'm not going to go through all of them now because I don't want to make this video too long, but we do have other videos that explain those concepts. So basically what we have here is a summary of what students are learning in class. And then when they click continue, they're gonna have questions. So there are different types of questions. There'll be multiple choice, typing questions, all sorts of questions. And it's all self-marking. So the moment that a student answers something, they already know if they got it right, if they got it wrong, and everything is being recorded to be shown on your report. So you have access to everything without having to mark it yourself. And the really cool thing about Seneca is that it's all adaptive. So for every answer that I give, Seneca, our smart algorithm, is going to pay attention and understand what I'm learning and what I'm not learning, what I'm having trouble with, and then it's going to adjust the next question for me individually. So it really is a really powerful way for you to have differentiated, personalized assignments for each of your students and really optimize learning. We have done research, we have published research that shows that students that use Seneca learn 2 times faster than students who don't, exactly because it's all gamified, interactive, based on neuroscience, and adaptive. So it's a truly intelligent platform that students enjoy. We will have some GIFs. It really depends on the session, but some topics have a lot of GIFs as well, just to make it more fun, more entertaining, depending on the type of course that you select. They will have flashcards, they will have more videos. So it's a really cool thing to do. Students really like, and it helps with their engagement. Just want to get to the end to show you what happens in the end, and then I'll stop this video. Another thing, as you notice here, is that the more I get wrong, the longer will be my assignment, because the platform will understand that I'm not really mastering their content yet. So it's going to keep showing me questions until it concludes that, okay, I've done enough. But if you get something right, if the students get something right, they move faster on their assignments. Okay, so in the end, I got a memory, so I unblocked the memory. I'm gonna choose the UK. There you go, I have a memory, continue, and then assignment complete, done. All of this has already been sent to your platform, and you can already see your students' data. Another very nice thing is that students always have the option to retry, so to try and learn again, because we want Seneca to be a learning tool rather than a formal assessment tool. So students always have the option to retry, to improve the grades and to learn better. And if they go on this option, then what they will see the second time is going to be different from what they saw the first time, because Seneca will remember what they saw the first time and adapt and adjust and optimize for the second time. And one final thing is that you are also able to add other teachers to your class. So if you want to invite your head of department to join your class, or if you are a head of department, you want to put together the class for your teachers and then add individual teachers to individual classes, you can do that here. Or if you have a teacher assistant, you can do that here. So it's a really good way to share that information with other teachers, with your colleagues in your department, so that you can all work with those same students together. And that's it. I hope you like it. Any questions, get in touch with us and we'll be happy to help you. Bye bye.